Well, hi there, boys and girls, and everybody in between. So the debate just ended, um, and and winner Trump is going to claim he won. Biden will claim that obviously that he won. There was nothing game changing in it. Donald Trump was about as disciplined as you will ever see him, I suppose. And yeah, I mean, I'm personally disappointed. I don't understand how we can have um, a presidential election where we do not have a debate that is exclusively on foreign policy. It just doesn't make any sense to me, and we should have much more on it. Uh, they were discussing COVID, and Biden was in fine form, and obviously kept kept the pressure on Trump, um, and on his ineptitude. Uh, Trump stuck to his, well, I closed it at this, and then he went to the 2.8 million people projected death. And, but he has nowhere to go on COVID, right? Trump has that, there's nothing that he can do to for any reasonable person to say that anybody in the federal government did the right thing, right? Well, he did a horrible job and is doing a horrible job. But the part about the Trump keeps saying that the cure cannot be, oh, what the fuck? You know what he's saying, right? He's something about the cure cannot be worse than the solution or whatever. And so what he's talking about is obviously the residual effect of what we're doing when we're trying to save lives. Are more people dying by what we're doing than not? And that has nothing to, like, nobody is immune for having fingers pointed at them about that, right? Because had we frozen, fuck, I sound like a fucking broken record on this, right? The federal government should have frozen the economy immediately. They should have said, all right, everybody get the fuck in your house. You're going to stay there. Nothing, you don't pay any bills. Light, all utilities are free. The internet is free. None of that. You're not going to have to pay anything on that. Your credit cards are frozen. Meaning you don't have to pay them. If you can spend on them, but you don't have to pay anything on them. And when we open the economy, you don't have to pay one lump sum. It's just like, hey, well, these 90 days or 120 days or however long it took, right? They just didn't happen. We wipe them clean, right? Like the meme that goes around, I'm not counting 2020, in my life. So that should have happened immediately with a UBI. I disagree with the number. I think it should be $4,000 or $5,000. And then they should have immediately let restaurants do takeout, but also their economy would be frozen, right? So they should be able to do takeouts, and the people are getting paid, so they should be able to come in, and then Everybody has money that we're going to order in and we're going to order out, but we're going to stay in our houses or we're going to go shop, whatever it is. But we're going to stay in our homes until this is under control. And that would alleviate all the stress and whatever, right? But anyway. So that's on Nancy Pelosi, that's on Donald Trump, that's on Chuck Schumer, that's on the American mentality about fucking sink and swim, right? We have to change that about ourselves. We can't keep continuing to say, oh yeah, just pull yourself up by your boots, right? And then we hold these people up as, oh, they made it from nothing like Bezos, right? And then you find out, well, yeah, kind of, but his parents lent him $200,000, right? So can you do it? So we just got to get rid of that fucking thing and just understand we're all in this shit together, right? Anyway, Trump goes after Biden for being lefty and surrounded by lefty and all this shit, and then Joe Biden says that he's no lefty, and he's standing on that stage because he beat all the lefties, he beat their ideas and blah 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 blah, right? I can't. First of all, everybody professional in politics would know that at some point was a possibility that would be a Joe Biden answer when Trump would go after him for being a socialist, right? The fact that either Trump's political instinct and like humor or somebody around him didn't give him a prepared thing that would be kind of sarcastically saying, but did you Joe? Did you really beat Bernie Sanders? Did you really? Right? That would have scored him something. And he has used that line so many times that, he beat Bernie Sanders and he beat all the socialists and he beat this and the fuck you did, right? So anyway, Trump should have known that would have been an answer when he would be, if he attacked him as being leftist or a socialist, or his fucking advisors, debate preppers or whatever should fucking know this, right? They also, another moment was when Trump and Joe Biden got into the crime bill and race and that whole debate, and they went back and forth, and Donald Trump was hitting Joe Biden with the crime bill, and Joe Biden actually fucking nailed it, right? Because what he did was he said, yeah, okay. I might look like shit because of the crime bill, but I'm going to make myself look good by comparing myself to your fucking racist ass. And then he just went down the laundry list of shit, including, the Central Park 5 or whatever. And that was brilliant. That was brilliant. That was I don't know. I don't know if it was prepared, but it was certainly classic, Joe Biden. So anyway, other than that, it was just, they got into the healthcare. Joe Biden said that he's for a public option to compete with the private thing. None of that matters until the federal government is allowed to negotiate drug prices and all that stuff. They'll never get it done. And Medicare for all anyway. And a true public option would be that, right? And it was just fucking ended. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I don't. Oh, and then yeah, in the beginning there was the corruption thing, right? And it really was just a matter of you're corrupt, no, I'm not, you are. It was just back and forth, rubber glue bullshit, right? And they both are. Funny that Joe Biden's answer to that about the money, though, he said it in such a way that it was just, yeah, buddy, we know it's legal that your son got on the board of a Ukrainian energy company and was paid a consultant fee or whatever the fuck you call it for 100,000 or 50,000, whatever it is, on something that he has absolutely no fucking expertise in. None of it, right? We know it's legal, but it shouldn't be, and you shouldn't fucking do that. Anyway. Oh, and on the North Korea, that was also a bullshit thing, right? Because, uh, look, I don't agree with what Trump is doing with North Korea. I think it's fucking stupid. But he's absolutely right that him having a relationship is probably better than not, right? Because, yeah, I don't think that America should use Seoul as a battleground for our proxy war with China, right? So that's how I feel about it. Anyway, and so Biden was pressed on whether, he said that he would not, it was wrong of Donald Trump to meet unconditionally what the fuck, whatever, the North Korean leader, and he was then asked, well, you said that you would not meet with him unconditionally. What conditions do you have, right? And Joe Biden said, in so many words, nuclear disarmament. Ergo, he doesn't want to have a meeting with North Korea. He's not interested in creating a dialogue with North Korea because there is no nation ever again that has a leadership opposed to the United States that possesses nuclear weapons that will disarm. Ever. And if they do, they deserve the immediate or next to immediate invasion that will come. Or overthrow of their government. Libya, Syria. Right? Anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, yeah, Biden brought up the debunked Russia. I mean, the debunked, Russian bounty story. A silly move. But overall, nothing changed. Biden did really well, I think, for him. He had glimpses of, and I'm looking at them as somebody that would vote for them. So, right. So if I was voting for Biden, I think that he showed more than enough, right, to make me stay there. Trump did well enough to nobody's going to flee him because of the debate. I do actually think he did. He might have solidified some people that were about to leave or had kind of said they were going to not vote or just not show up, right? I think he might have pulled some back in because of his debate performance. But no, there was no game changer. Biden looked good. Trump did Trump. The undecided are definitely not. If there's any undecided people left that will show up, Did either one of them energize their base more? Huh. I don't think I don't think Trump did that. So that might be the difference. So if there was going to be a winner, did Trump by his debate energize his base more? Maybe not, but he solidified, he pulled some in. I think Biden uh, energized his base. Uh, the Republicans or whatever that were going to vote for them, they will feel good, still feel good, I think, about voting. I don't know how the oil thing will go down, though. That's an interesting thing because Biden did come out and say, hey, man, we're going to ban oil. They will use that in an ad coming out. That we're going to get off oil. We're going to end that industry. Right? People don't hear the nuance that it's not tomorrow. So that will be used, I think, if he has fucking any political consultants around him, Trump, that he listens to, and he has any money to spend on any ads. But definitely, I think that might end Texas as a play. And I don't know if it puts Pennsylvania in real play. But it might actually, I think it might end, if Texas was ever in play, I think that might end it. I think. Or Trump is really just that bad. Who knows? Who fucking knows? I mean, it shouldn't be close, right? For anybody with compassion and more than 2.5, 3 brain cells. But anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. That was longer than I also expected. I will try to keep them short and sweet. Anyway, thank you to new subscribers. Thank you for the likes. And yeah, take care of yourself and each other. Be safe.